Hello everyone, welcome to another recorded Go Battle League Ultra League Premier Cup battle. It's Snorlax Starmie here, and today we're going to be looking at Sceptile in the Ultra League Premier Cup. Now, Sceptile is a really good Pokemon, and it performs very well in the Ultra League Premier Cup. It has access to Bullet Seed as a fast move, or you could use Fury Cutter, but I like Bullet Seed better because it does get that same type attack bonus, and I believe it does have a little bit faster energy generation than Fury Cutter. And it has access to Frenzy Plant as a charge move, which is a Community Day exclusive. And it also has access to Earthquake, which is a really nice move for coverage against the Ultra League meta. Now, as you can see on the screen, it does say Bullet Seed, Frenzy Plant, Aerial Ace on the right-hand side of the screen, but I completely blanked and I wrote Aerial Ace instead of Earthquake. So on the left-hand side of the screen, you should see Earthquake under Sceptile and not Aerial Ace. So I do not have that move on the Sceptile, and that's not what I'm using in this battle. So let's get into this first battle. And I will say that my past 2 or 3 sets with this team, there have been multiple rage quits. I'll land an Earthquake and then they top left land a Frenzy Plant on a something, and they top left it. This is an enraging team here. Sceptile is amazing, and we're going to just see that right here in the Ultra League Premier Cup. Let's get into this first battle here. All right. So it's taking a long time to register, but that's fine with me. Sceptile into a Machamp. This is a fine matchup here. Frenzy Plant will do a lot of neutral damage, and we get to the move around the same time, I believe. So there's their Cross Chop, and they actually make a perfect catch into Venusaur, which is really unfortunate. What I need to do is hopefully just land this Frenzy Plant here, and then swap into Empoleon, and start getting ahead on Waterfalls here. So I'm going to go for Drill Peck when we get to it against this Venusaur. This is going to be doing massive, super effective damage. And I believe this will take out that Venusaur on the opposing side if we don't get a shield. Now I'm thinking we're going to be getting a shield, which we do, so that is beautiful. We're going to completely just load up on some energy here, and they're not throwing a Frenzy Plant, which means they may be storing up to throw against the Sceptile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shield this first Frenzy Plant, and I'm hoping I can get to a Drill Peck in time, but I cannot. So what I need to do here is I need to shield, I need to take this to 2 shield, because Surfetched can perform way better when we're in a when we are in a 0 shield scenario. So gonna go for the Drill Peck there. That does take out the Venusaur, so we do win switch back, which is fine with me. And they're actually going to bring in the Shadow Machamp, probably looking to counter down. I don't know that I can get to a Hydro Cannon in time, and I apparently cannot. So that is unfortunate. But what we are going to want to do is come in with Surfetched, and then go for a couple of counters here, and then swap into the Sceptile on the charge move. That was quite a master play there. I really wanted to load up on energy on Surfetched, but I didn't want it to have to take a Cross Chop or Rock Slide. And they actually bring in Swampert, so that is pretty much a good game. Sceptile, this thing destroys Swampert. It has Frenzy Plant, it has Bullet Seed, so does Surfetched. It has access to Leaf Blade, so this thing is just going to destroy the opposing Swampert here. So we're actually going to see a charge move come through, which will be Hydro Cannon. And that does take out our Sceptile here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we have to throw the Leaf Blade right on the 4th Mud Shot. I do not want to soak any damage from a Hydro Cannon on a Surfetched. This is going to take out the Swampert there with 4 times super effective, and all I really need to do is survive this charge move, and I'm hoping it's not a payback, and then just get to a Leaf Blade on the Surfetched, and that will take out the opposing Machamp, but they actually have more energy than I thought they did. So they are actually going to be able to fire off a simultaneous cross chop, and I will go down to that one. So good battle there, and well played on the opponent's side. Let's get into this next battle. Positive set here with 3 out of 5. And we actually have a Frillish as a reward, which is really nice. I like Frillish a lot. So let's catch that there. Alright, so we are climbing up, going to be about 1978, which is really nice in the ratings. So I'm going to show you another battle with this team. And again, it's going to be a little bit of delay there, but that's fine. We're pretty much split between PC and the regular Ultra League. So we're going to see an Escavalier on the lead. This is not very good unless you see a win condition here, unless we can land an Earthquake. So I'm really hoping I can get to the Earthquake, but they're actually going to throw a charge move. So I do not want to get Acid Sprayed. You know how that feels. So that's a Drill Run. So they're probably going to be running Drill Run and Mega Horn. Because they would have thrown Aerial Ace because it's less energy. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage to the Escavalier, and we get a shield, which is really nice. At least we will win shield advantage if we don't win switch advantage. And I don't think I can get to an Earthquake, and I was trying to click that Frenzy Plant there, but it did not give it to me, which is going to be very unfortunate. So we're going to come in with Surfetched and look to get to a Leaf Blade here. So going to have to shield the Drill Run on this Surfetched here. It'll be doing a lot of neutral damage, and then I think that a Leaf Blade is just going to chip away for us. Gonna have to double shield the Surfetched, just because that is gonna be smart in this kind of matchup. So we're gonna go for the almost back-to-back Leaf Blade, and gonna go for this here. This is gonna do resisted, as you saw those Bullet Seeds in the previous matchup with Sceptile. So yeah, that does do resisted damage. So I want to hopefully catch this on Empoleon here and go for one Waterfall and boom, take out the Escavalier. And then we are going to see a Swampert come in. They're going to have to throw the Earthquake to take out the Empoleon, and if they don't have Earthquake, well, then that's unfortunate because they're not going to do very well against this Empoleon. So Hydro Cannon's going to do a lot of neutral damage here in this matchup, and so is Waterfall. But they actually go for Hydro Cannon, which means that they probably do not have Earthquake, and they're running Sludge Wave, which means, oh, that's actually enough for an Earthquake. Oh, no. Okay, that is not good. Okay, actually, oh no, Togekiss. Alright, good game. Nothing I can do about a Togekiss. That is one of those things where if we see a Togekiss in the back with this team, there's nothing we can do. Alright, next one. We have, Sceptile does not do very well against Togekiss. Empoleon doesn't do very well, does very well against Togekiss, but Surfetch does not. So Empoleons are only counter to Charmers. So, let's get into the next one. Sceptile against a Machamp, like what we see from the last battle. I've got to play this smartly here. I want to go for a Frenzy Plant. And they actually are going to catch it again on a Alolan Muck, which is not what I like to see. I don't like to see these Frenzy Plants caught on other Pokemon, that's fine though. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay them back for catching a Frenzy Plant on an Alolan Muck, and going to shield the Dark Pulse, and I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Now, will flip the matchup. I'll be really excited if we do flip the matchup, and if not, I'm going to swap into Empoleon. So I'm going to go for this Earthquake here. This is going to do super effective damage to the Muck, or get the shield. Boom! Takes out the Alolan Muck, and then we are going to see the Machamp come back in, probably. Yeah, we are going to see the Machamp come back in. It's only 3 Bullet Seeds to a Frenzy Plant, if we loaded up on a little bit of energy. So going to go for this Frenzy Plant here, then probably bail into the Surfetched. So we do get a shield, which is perfect. Going to come in with Surfetched and try to pull off a Leaf Blade. Going to let this Cross Chop go on the Surfetched. This is going to be doing a lot of neutral damage, but I still want to get to a Leaf Blade more than I want a shield. And they're actually going to bring in a Gyarados, which why would they shield anything from Surfetched except a Brave Bird? This is going to one-shot the Gyarados, And if this lands, I'll be fine with getting completely Dragon Breath down. So they shield, which is not good, but we're still going to get a couple counters in there, but we have shield advantage. So we now can come in with Empoleon here, and we resist Dragon Breath, and we can just hope to get to a Drill Peck, and I can even look to get to back, so I have one to throw against the Shadow Machamp. So I'm going to let this go. This is probably going to be just a crunch, which it is just a crunch, which is perfectly fine. I just want to, sometimes I need to be aware that they're going to throw like an outrage or something, but that'll still be resisted. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a shield up, and it is a crunch, which is fine. I didn't want to shield an Aqua Tail, and I am going to get to back charge moves on the Empoleon. So I can throw this first Drill Peck here against the Gyarados. That does take it out, and then I'm going to come back in with the Sceptile to catch a Cross Chop. I don't want to have that damage soaked on Empoleon. So that is going to take out the Sceptile, and then I can proceed to go for a Hydro Cannon here against the Shadow Machamp, against the regular Machamp, sorry about that. And that is going to do barely not enough damage, but one Waterfall will finish that game off. And that is going to be a good battle there. Going to do one more just to show you a little bit of a different scenario. Maybe one where we don't see Machamp on the lead might be nice. Alright, let's get into this next one. Final battle of this video. So Empoleon on the lead. Another really good lead. This is going to be taking super effective from Earthquake and a pretty darn lot of neutral from Frenzy Plant. So I believe we get to the Earthquake at the same time as they get to a Hydro Cannon or a Drill Peck. So I'm going to throw this, and they're probably going to mess up the counts and let this go, which is perfectly fine by me. And boom! Takes out the Empoleon. That is really nice to see from Sceptile there, which would only be doing neutral if it didn't have access to Earthquake. So what are we going to see come in? It is going to be a Dragonite, which pretty much is a complete hard wall to this Sceptile. So I'm going to throw another Earthquake here, just because that's going to be doing a ton of damage. Still, even though it's resisted, Earthquake is such a great move. This is where I'd like to have Dragon Claw, but still, going to swap into the Empoleon here, because it's pretty much a complete hard wall with Surfetched, and the only thing I can do with Empoleon is Drill Peck. So I'm going to let this go, hoping that it's not a Draco Meteor. I've been seeing a lot of Draco Meteor Dragonites in the past couple of days in the Ultra League Premier Cup, which is definitely not something I want to see against Empoleon, because that was enough energy there. They had loaded up so much on the Sceptile. So going to throw the Drill Peck at the Dragonite. They do shield that, which is great. Now we have shield advantage, which is perfectly fine. I think we're going to see another Dragon Claw, which again is perfectly fine. I want to keep shield advantage, but it is actually a Hurricane, which is unfortunate. That does a lot more damage than I would have thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with Surfetched and look to completely counter down with these resisted counters. This is going to give me a ton of energy on Surfetched. Since they threw that first Hurricane, I have to block this. This is probably just Dragon Claw, and it is. But they could have had a Hurricane. So going to have almost a Brave Bird, and then I need to just pull one shield away. So it is going to be a Kingdra coming in. So that will be a good game. This Kingdra goes down hard to Surfetched and Sceptile both. What I can do is I can pull a shield with this Leaf Blade, and then I think I can just go for the Brave Bird here, and that is going to one-shot the Kingdra, and that will be a good game. So this is going to do a lot of damage, and if I need to, I'll come in with Sceptile and farm down. So I do need to come in with Sceptile and Bullet Seed down, and that is going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. We actually still have Shield in that matchup, so I could have shielded an Outrage or an Octazooka if that were to come through. So very well played there, and I really hope you try out Sceptile in the Ultra League Premier Cup. It is